Welcome back to it. Another day, another dollar, man. We're going to continue with GJ Kinney and our rebuild of Central Arkansas. We had a down year. Of course, we did win the national title. We followed the national title up with a very much of a down year. I think we finished 8-6. All right, let's do a little catch up. It's been a couple days since we've messed around with UCA. Oh, I gotta wake up. So let's go to our contract. Let's go over our history. Took over in 2025, won 11-3, won the Sun Belt. In 26, we went 11-3, won the Sun Belt. We lost both of our bowl games that year. 27, we went 10-4, won our first bowl game and our first Conference USA championship after we got promoted due to winning the Sun Belt twice. In 28, we took off. We went 17-0, won Conference USA, won the college football playoff game, won the Cotton Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and then took down the national championship. And then this past year in 2029, we won the American Conference surprisingly. We finished the year 6-6, made the championship game, and defeated Memphis, who was at the time 11-1, and then took down the First Responders Bowl against Vanderbilt. So we're gearing up for 2030. We did win 8 games, which our goal is 7. So our job is 100% safe, but not what we wanted. I mean, 6 losses is a lot of losing, and that's going back to 23-24 before we took over the program. So, but as you can see, we're trending upwards because from 2014 to 2022, the most wins they had was 7. Then 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 4. All right, so now we've won 8. We won 11 twice. We won 10. We won 17. And then kind of trended back down, but we're still manually progressing our guys. So we should have a better year moving forward as our recruiting classes get better. That's the that's the hopes anyway. Draft results: we lost Amani Ndukwe. Of course, he was a senior. He went in the third round. He was a defensive tackle, 6'5" from St. Louis, Missouri. He did a good job for us. He was one of my first recruits into this rebuild. So now we're gearing up for the transfer portal part, but the transfer portal is turned off. We lost Conti. We lost Hunter. So let's go ahead and finish getting these guys. Grades aren't that great for Kelvin Coward, so we're just going to send 50 and schedule a visit. Let's go pro potential. Grades aren't great here either, which our grades got worse after the season. We had a bunch of A's and A minuses and A pluses on there, but losing 6 games in one season will pretty much defeat any type of good grades that you did have. We're going to go pro potential there. Let's just go ahead and send 50 to all the guys that we have left. We have 17 recruits on the board, looking to keep all 17. Of course, I know we're going to have to add 3 or 4 more. So gotta work on some complimentary visits, which we don't have any. So now we just need to make sure that nobody's in conflict. We do have an A plus here for playing time. Or you can make up a lot of ground. You start scheduling complimentary visits. All right. So it looks like we can add at least 2 more. We're going to need a lot more than that. So we don't need any tight ends because I've got some wide receivers that we're going to move over to tight end. We are going to need an edge. And a mic. Outside linebacker. Couple cornerbacks. We might have to dip into the 2 stars for this one. All right, that's looking good. I don't want to get too crazy. We've got 6. We're going to be short on one guy. It's a good start, I think. We got everybody scheduled, spent all of our hours, which is kind of hard to do once you get to this out off-season recruiting, and we've just lost three of our guys. Okay, so go ahead and max out on these guys, and then attempt to refill those positions. We need another edge, and an outside linebacker. I really don't want to dip into the 2 stars for outside linebacker. We're going to let it ride. Try to save him. And then what I'm going to do, we lost Coward to Georgia. Just going to use the rest of my points to scout. Go. Onward to the next week. Antonio Crook, North Little Rock, Arkansas. I think that was our gym. Dizzy? Dizzy? No, Crook was not a gym. It was Carlos. Nope, wasn't either. Who was it? Where did he? Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was Rudolph. We'll see. I mean, if he was 91 speed, then it's this kid. Maybe he's not from North Little Rock, like I thought. Yeah, that's him. From Altoona, Pennsylvania. If we get them, we get them. If we don't, we don't. Tyrone Shelley. Carlos Rudolph. There's our 91 speed gym receiver, Keon Ezeki. Addison Hollis, 4-star receiver, Kareem Terzilli, Juan Marable. All right, so we lost a left tackle, a right guard, and a right edge, so not good. Check out National Signing Day. Last year we were 53, I think. All right, 25. We're in the 200s. So 200 points is a pretty decent recruiting class. I'm happy with it. We didn't quite get all the positions that we wanted, but we are still a 3-star program, which is nice. It's what we need. We do have to make him a vertical threat tight end. Or could make him a safety. 84 speed. I'll make him a tight end. This guy is a dual threat quarterback. His best position is tight end, so who am I to disagree with you? 6'1", 203. Not the biggest body, but he'd be a physical route runner, so we can increase his blocking. I'm good with it. So that'll be our 2 tight ends that we needed, which means we won't have a freshman quarterback, which should be fine. Might be worth making one of these guys a fullback. We do have a star, 2 stars, and an elite, so that'll be nice. Left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. Make sure I have a freshman at every position. We do, which is really good. Left edge. We only have one. Not good there. So we definitely are hurting for some edges. And some outside linebackers. We have 2 Sams, a sophomore and a freshman. And here we have 2 seniors. So I think what I'm going to do is make Devon Peppers a Sam. We have an impact Mike, Nazir Folkerts. That's fine. All underclassmen for defensive tackle. Our entire defensive line is underclassmen. Cornerbacks look good. Free safety looks good. Strong safety looks fine. Did we get 2? No, we did not. Which is fine. So I've got to put my thinking cap on for the left and right edge here. I don't know if there's anything I can do. I mean, this guy's a star depth trait. This guy's normal. So yeah, we just unfortunately, I mean, I think we went after 4 guys that were defensive edges, and we just couldn't close on them. But our entire defensive line are underclassmen. You got a redshirt freshman, Kalen Ivey, Ben Stye. He's a redshirt freshman. And then our defensive tackles, we got two redshirt sophomores, a redshirt freshman, and two straight up freshmen. But Arnett, he's not a good one. I mean, we'll see. He is a speed rusher. I do like that archetype for your defensive line, but I digress. It is what it is. I like my other positions. We'll just see how they manually progress and go from there. But we finished top 30 in recruiting class for this year. Again, missing some offensive linemen, defensive linemen, which are very important. Just want to double check. So we've got a 71, 89, and an 83. So he's a star dev trait. So now Young, he's a 3-star. This guy's going to be okay. Let me check Young. I mean, he's pretty much capped out. His run blocking's really good. Pass blocking's not that great. So what I'm going to do is move him to left tackle, I think. Could move him to right guard. And move this guy to left tackle. Because he is a pass protector. Yeah. So we're going to move Young to right tackle, or right guard. And then my center is a 91. My right guard's an 89. Right tackle's an 80. Normal depth trait. I don't like that either. But left guard's an 83. Left tackle 77 and 71. Okay. I'm done peddling. Let's do the fun part, huh? He'll be a 91 overall as a junior. Or no, he's a senior. So I don't know that we got anybody that's going to jump him. Poor Walter Minter. Steve Miners, he's an impact 3-star. 93 overall. We've got a speed up to 93. And then here's our 5-star. It's one of them things. You ain't got enough freaking points to spend, David. Definitely need to work on Adonis's blocking. This is probably what I'm most excited about is our wide receiver room. I mean, Obumanu's had a monstrous career at UCA. He's one of the guys that has a national championship under his belt. I mean, he was a pivotal part of that team and a big reason why we had the success that we did because his ability to get open, even if he is an 89 speed wide receiver. So here I've got my hands and my route running capped out. We're going to focus on quickness. Let's get him 97 overall. That'll be good enough to make him a 90 with 97 speed. And we got Marquise Poindexter, who's also a 96 speed receiver. So we're looking good. Get him in the 90s. Yes. Yes, we will. There'll be 3 receivers in the 90s so far. Tony Bilbo. DeMar Nagy. Can't be a wide receiver if you ain't got no hands, DeMar. Bullets. 92 overall. '97 overall as a junior. Hopefully we can keep him for one more year. That'd be nice. '91 overall for his second, who is a senior. All right, mid to upper 80s is what we're looking for at every position. We're not going to get it here with Brian Demania. Because we're not going to get anywhere close. We will give him in the 80s, though, which is a solid consolation, and hopefully we can surprise some folks. Maybe a 2-star. No chance. Now we're talking 74 points for Kevin Pace. We can actually do something with that, Mr. Kevin. I'm going to get our first 90 overall offensive lineman. I love it. The 92 overall for Kevin Pace as a junior. So we're setting ourselves up, to be successful in the future. Got Brian Chamberlain, already a 92 overall. Make him a 93. Gave him a 1-point increase as a redshirt junior. That'll be 2 90s on our offensive line. You'll love to see it. This guy looks like he'd be better off at left tackle. Make it 3 offensive linemen in the 90s. Can we get Tony Stokes in the 90s? No. Get him to 83? 82. Nope, we can't get him to 83. Stand corrected. All right, we got to get this man ready to play this year. So we need to cap out his run stop is all we need to do. I'll take it. 81 overall is a redshirt freshman, left edge. And Ben Stye, he's got 27. Come on, man. You got to give me more to work with than that. I thought you were. No, this is the other guy that was starting with. Dang. At least give you something to work with. There we go. We got rid of all the red blocks. 72 overall. This is where we can make up a little bit on the interior part of the defense. Raise his awareness up. Give him some power moves. Give him some finesse moves. The 87 overall is a sophomore. Redshirt sophomore. Devarius Arnett. Sam linebacker Devin Peppers. Got 80 overall. My mic. $38 points. Star dev for Steve Combs. Little Folkerts just dropped down in the depth chart. Just got jumped by True Jr. Poor guy. He don't stand a chance. Off to my cornerbacks, we still got Brian Natkin. 62 points to spend on him. We're starting to get a good number of 90 overalls. Just need to work on some key positions: quarterback, offensive line, defensive line. Coco Cooper. This might be our corner two, our number two corner. He is. He just jumped the senior. Sorry about it. This guy would definitely be big. He would definitely be better as some kind of safety. He has no man coverage. It's not good for a corner. That's what I get for assuming, right? I assumed it was going to cost 2 points to upgrade hands. What is this guy? Star? Impact? Hey, I'll take an impact kicker. Let's see if our team broke the 90 overall. So we head into year number 6. We don't have to count anybody. I love it. We do have a lot of changes we got to make. Well, all right. So let's start from the beginning. The American Navy needs to be dropped down. Conference USA. North Carolina needs to be dropped down to the SEC. Um, UConn from the Big Ten. They need to go to the Pac-12. To be honest, they're in the Big Ten. They need to go to the MAC. We'll keep it regionalized. New Mexico State. That is in Conference USA. So if they need to go down from Conference USA, that is the Midwest. And then Air Force needs to be dropped down from the Midwest, which will be the Sun Belt. Vermont needs to be moved up from the MAC. That is Conference USA. UNLV needs to be upgraded from the Midwest, which would be the Big 12. All right, we'll get everybody situated. See if our recruiting base is getting any better. And check out my grades with my school. We're still a 3-star program. Lots of green boxes there. Like to see it. We got a 5-star that wants to come to Conway, Arkansas. All right, guys, this is where I leave you. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll set this board up and get into year number 6 at Central Arkansas. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Peace.